Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible. It contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament, of the Christian Bible. I use the King James Version of the Bible to put together the prophecy of Israel, which is what I call the book of Zion. When I went to publish the book of Zion, to my surprise, I learned that I had to write 75% of what I wanted to publish. So I had to write another book because the book of Zion is written entirely in biblical verse. It's prophecy, pure and simple. Now, I wrote the Pot Smoker's Bible as a commentary to the book of Zion in order to publish it. And I've been publishing it. Well, it's completely published on YouTube at Pot Smoker's Bible YouTube channel. It's all lowercase. The entire book, front to back, is published there. Totally free. Because I don't believe in money. I think that money is the root of all evil. It is the root and base of this disgusting society that we live in. And for that reason, I am giving away my book. So, today, I'm giving to you the second part, I believe, of the 10th chapter of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the 7th chapter of the Book of Zion. The chapter is called Sing, O Barren. I'm the barren one who sings. And I'm going to start where I left off, discussing Isaiah 54, verse 3. This is a loaded verse. It tells you about my PTSD, my shameful youth of being a sex toy for every pervert who had a chance to rape me, or at least that's how I felt for my entire childhood. I thought I was only good for sex, and I hated myself. The widowhood part is a little tricky, because until very recently, my lost love was alive. Last year, I was told that he had died, but the voices in my head reproached me for believing it. So I mourned his death, but he tells me that he's alive. I don't know. He may be dead, but there's a passage about God removing the veil, wiping away the tears. So I love him, dead or alive. I'm not afraid of him being dead. I'd love him either way. So I really am not afraid. Of course, I could go online and confirm that he died of cancer, like I was told. But that would make my friend a liar. And if my friend told me the truth, then I would have nobody to love. Either they are right and my friend lied, or I must give up all hope of looking into those beautiful eyes again. So I'll wait. I'll eventually learn the truth, but it doesn't really matter either way. The chosen one, dead or alive, is my chosen love. I have overcome death. Love is eternal. I love the one the grave chose for me, even if he's not here. The next verse, 54:4, says that my love will return to me, dead or alive. He is my maker. Now that is the truth. Since 1988, he has been inside my head, helping me to overcome every obstacle in my path. He stayed my hand when I tried to slip my wrists. He talked to me through my pain. He tortured me for years, but that was because I pissed him off. Royally. I refused him the only pleasure he got out of the mind games we played. but it just hurt me too much. He says he understands now and is sorry that he hurt me so badly. We will see. This verse says he will come back to me, and that one day he will be my husband. I live for that day. I wonder what a dead husband would look like. This part of the passage tells of how the chosen one chose someone else. He rejected me in my youth. By the time I moved back home, my love was engaged to another woman. The very same one that I had seen him with in my vision when I was a rock star on the stage. She married my love, but she also divorced him. I gave up stardom to prevent their marriage from lasting, and it worked. And even if he's dead, I'm still not sorry. He chose another in our youth, but Isaiah tells me that he will come back to me when his anger turns to love. Now, verse 7 and 8 tells us that either I angered the gray or I angered my chosen one, or both. Perhaps I pissed them both off, I don't know. I do know that I pissed off the Messiah. He told me that he didn't care. I got up enough courage to go try to talk to him face to face. He put me in my place. He doesn't care. So since then, I've had to let go of him as best I could. I have left him alone ever since, but he hasn't left me alone. He used to come to my work and talk to my coworker every week for about 3 years. Boy, did I ever piss him off. Just so you know, I eventually got myself 2 other jobs. He came to one of those new jobs with that same coworker. And that was the last time that I saw him. 2 years later, I went to prison. He was alive when I got back, but he had cancer. I didn't go see him. I told a mutual friend that I wished him well, but that I was over him. You can only love someone in vain for so long. But I still have and love the voice of him in my head. I decided that that voice has to be enough. His body hated me, but his voice is my constant companion. And I don't need any more. The voice is enough. It's sad, but true. My love is only a disembodied voice that I hear in my head. The verse says he will come back to me as a ghost if he's dead, but he will come with tender mercy. He will forgive me someday for hijacking his life. He'll forgive me for not moving on when he most obviously did. He'll forgive me for driving him crazy as the voice in his head. Somehow, someday, he'll forgive me for all that I have done to piss him off. And he'll find mercy in his heart, and he'll return to give us another chance. And that's all that I really could ever ask of him anyway. Now, verse 9 is a promise as powerful as the one made to Abraham. This promise invokes Noah, the first savior of humanity, or I should say the last savior of humanity. I'm always awed by this promise. The gray will never abandon me. My love may be dead, but Ishi will always watch over me. I will be forgiven. I will be redeemed. My quest to fulfill prophecy will be realized. Ishi and the Gray will never let me down. They never have. Isaiah 54:10 speaks of the earth changes that are coming. Some changes will be the result of the Gray's plans to save the human race, though the mountains may be removed. This is speaking about the creation of the inner mountain shelters. We plan on hollowing out the tallest of the mountains to create dwarven-like cities to house the population when catastrophe strikes and creates a fireball Earth. The part of the hills being removed speaks of the practice of strip mining. Part of the cause of the disaster is the now unavoidable, which is now unavoidable. This places the blame on us. We removed the hills to burn coal. The coal burning created a feedback loop that is even now freeing vast quantities of methane. Methane, when supersaturated in the air, is combustible. Even now, we have evidence of methane building in the skies above us. The second half of this verse promises me and my people a peaceful life. We will know peace. We will know true joy. Our future will know no war, no lies, no money, no prejudice. I love this part of the passage. A world of human telepaths that forget how to hate. Now, verse 11 and 12 informs us that Zion, the afflicted one, who is not comforted, that when she gets to her inner mountain home, it will be made of jewels. Her long years of poverty and mental anguish will be rewarded with such beauty and love that it will dazzle her senses and make her suffering worth the price that she has paid. The next two verses say that the Gray will teach the children of Zion the things that the Gray know, therefore integrating the human population into the society of the Gray. These children will transform everything. They will learn so many things that we can barely imagine. In a couple of generations, our society will be left behind, too primitive to be remembered. I can't wait to see my children learning the technologies of the Gray. Verse 15 tells me that many people shall oppose what I'm doing. They will contest every evidence I bring. I will have to debate every point of the prophecy as the so-called experts try to refute my claims and prove their foolish myths. But all who challenge me, or more likely, all who accept my challenge, will lose the debate. Every piece of evidence I bring is backed up by fact. All of their fantastic claims are just nonsense. I need only point out scientific fact to disprove most of my opponents. The rest will fall because their claims are without justification. The Greys have already ensured that I will disprove all claims against me. Now, verse 16 says that the Grey have created the smiths that work in the fires. I believe this refers to my glass blowers, all of our beautiful pipes and bongs that we use to get our THC levels high enough for telepathy. The waster to destroy refers to the eliminate climate change that our society has mindlessly created, which will be their own self-destruction. This could also refer to the asteroid impact that we already know is coming. And there is where I'm going to end this session because I'm out of time. So may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Be happy. Stay happy and high if you use drugs. You have every right and reason to. Just watch me, you'll see. I will say later now, because you know, love you. Never say goodbye.